You know that person who gets invited to a festival, lights, crowds, music, everyone posting stories, and they quietly choose sleep instead? Not because they're boring, not because they hate fun, not because they're secretly judging everyone who went. They just feel their body pulled toward a bed like it's a safe country, like the pillow is an exit sign, like 8 hours of silence is the only party that doesn't charge an entry fee. And people don't know what to do with that. They tease you, they guilt you, they say, you'll regret it, like sleep is a crime and the only acceptable life is loud. Like your worth is measured by how many nights you came home at 3 a.m. and survived it. So you smile, you make an excuse, you send a maybe next time, and then you do the thing you've been craving all week. You shut the door, you dim the room, you let your nervous system exhale, and in that moment you feel relief so sharp it almost scares you. Here's the truth that most people miss. Choosing sleep over a festival isn't always laziness. Sometimes it's intelligence, sometimes it's self-respect, sometimes it's your body finally getting a vote after months of being overruled. Because a lot of people don't realize this until they crash. The modern world is basically a festival that never ends. Notifications, screens, deadlines, opinions, noise, performance, being on. Even relaxation has become a performance. Even fun has a schedule and a photo. So when you pick sleep, you're not opting out of life. You're opting back into yourself. And yes, sometimes you are avoiding something. Sometimes sleep becomes an escape hatch. We'll talk about that too. But the reason this choice hits so deep is because for many people, sleep isn't just rest. Sleep is refuge. Sleep is control. Sleep is the one place nobody can demand anything from you. And if that's you, I want you to hear this clearly. You're not broken for craving that. You're responding to an environment that's been asking you to live at a volume your body was never designed to sustain. Psychologists have a simple way to describe what's happening in you, and it's not complicated. Your nervous system is trying to protect you. When you're choosing sleep over stimulation, you're often choosing regulation over excitement. And that's not weakness. That's your body playing defense. There's a concept in psychology called self-regulation, the ability to manage your energy, attention, emotions, and impulses. It's like your internal battery management system. Most people think motivation is the key to life, but motivation is loud and dramatic. Self-regulation is quiet and honest. It doesn't care what looks cool. It cares what keeps you stable. A festival is not just music and lights. A festival is sensory overload. Crowds, heat, long lines, social comparison, unpredictability, noise that doesn't let your brain finish a thought. Even if you like it, it's intense. Sleep is the opposite. Sleep is the one time you're allowed to stop translating the world. No reacting, no performing, no smiling at jokes you don't find funny, no pretending you're energized when you're actually drained. Just stillness. And if you've been living in a state of subtle stress, work pressure, family pressure, constant scrolling, constant thinking, your body starts craving stillness the way a dehydrated person craves water. But here's where it gets really personal. Some people are drawn to festivals because stimulation makes them feel alive. Some people are drawn to sleep because stimulation has been making them feel unsafe. Not unsafe like a horror movie, unsafe like your heart rate stays a little high all day, unsafe like you can't fully relax even when nothing is happening, unsafe like you're always bracing for the next demand, the next message, the next task. If you're that person, sleep isn't just rest. Sleep is the only moment your guard drops. And that's why people who don't understand you say dumb things like, you're wasting your youth. They think you're missing out. But what they don't see is you've been carrying too much in already. And at some point, your body doesn't negotiate. It just starts choosing for you. Let me give you a quick scene that might feel uncomfortably familiar. It's Friday night. You're in your room, phone in your hand. The invitation is sitting there like a dare. You can hear the city outside, car horns, distant laughter, music leaking through walls. Your friends are texting, "Where are you?" And every message is a tiny hook pulling you outward. You stand up, you change your shirt, you look in the mirror and practice the face you'll wear in public. That half smile that says you're fine. Then you sit back down on the bed for just a second, and your body sinks into the mattress like it finally found permission. Your shoulders drop, your jaw unclenches. The idea of crowds suddenly feels heavy. The idea of smiling feels like work. The idea of shouting over music feels like running uphill. So you type, "I'm tired, I'll catch you next time." And the moment you hit send, you feel that guilty relief. Like you escaped, like you disappointed someone, like you saved yourself. That right there, guilty relief, is a clue. Because this isn't only about liking sleep, It's about how expensive stimulation has become for you. Now, here's the nuance. This is the counterpoint, and it matters. Choosing sleep over a festival can be healthy, but if you're choosing sleep because you're scared of being seen, scared of awkwardness, scared of feeling out of place, scared of being judged, then sleep can quietly become a hiding place. Not always, but sometimes the difference is simple and brutal. Are you resting because you feel wise, or are you hiding because you feel trapped? And here's a self-test that will tell you the truth faster than any video ever will. When you choose sleep instead of going out, do you feel peaceful? Or do you feel relieved in a way that feels like you avoided something that was chasing you? Peace feels clean. Relief from avoidance feels shaky. Peace fills you up. Avoidance relief makes you smaller. If you've never asked yourself that, ask it now. Because once you see which one it is, you can stop judging yourself and start choosing on purpose. Now let's put a framework around this because your brain loves categories. It helps you stop feeling confused and start feeling clear. There are 4 types of people who choose sleep over festivals. Most people are a mix, but you'll recognize your dominant one instantly. The first is the recoverer. This person isn't antisocial, they're depleted. They've been running on borrowed energy all week. They don't need a louder night, they need to pay off their internal debt. Sleep isn't their hobby, sleep is their repair shop. The second is the regulator. This person knows that their mood is fragile when they don't sleep. They know that one late night can turn into 3 days of anxiety, irritability, brain fog, or sadness. So they choose sleep like a stable person chooses boundaries. They're protecting their future self. The third is the creator. This person isn't choosing sleep because they hate fun. They're choosing sleep because they love something else more. Focus, calm, inner space. The next morning matters to them. They want to wake up early with a clear mind and create something. Their sleep is an investment. And the fourth is the hider. This one is delicate, so listen carefully. The hider chooses sleep because being around people feels like exposure, like a spotlight, like a test they didn't study for. They tell themselves it's just tiredness, but underneath it is fear, discomfort, and self-protection. Sleep is not the problem here. Sleep is the strategy. And before you get defensive, remember, none of these are insults. Every one of these types has a good reason. The question is, which reason is running your life? Because this trait has a cost, and you already know it, even if you've never said it out loud. The cost isn't that you miss festivals. The cost is that sometimes you miss connection. Not the forced kind, the easy kind. The cost is that your world can slowly shrink without you noticing. Not dramatically, quietly, like a room getting smaller 1 inch every month. You start choosing sleep over one event, then another. Then you stop getting invited. Then you stop expecting to be included. Then you tell yourself you don't care. And maybe you don't, but sometimes deep down you do. Because humans need 2 things to feel okay: safety and belonging. Sleep gives you safety, but belonging can't be downloaded at 2 a.m. in the dark. Belonging is built through presence, through being seen, through shared moments. And here's the paradox: the thing that protects you can also isolate you. Even if you're not lonely, you might be underconnected. There's a difference. Loneliness is pain. Underconnection is numbness. It's when you're fine, but you're not fed. And if you've been in that place, you know exactly what it feels like. You'll see your friends' photos later. You'll smile. You'll think, looks fun. And then you'll scroll past it like it doesn't matter. But something in you will quietly register the distance. Now, if you're the recoverer, the regulator, or the creator, your cost might not be social. Your cost might be the guilt. Because people treat sleep like weakness, so you start defending yourself. You start over-explaining. You start apologizing for being human. You say, I'm just tired. Like tiredness is shameful. You say, I'll make it up to you. Like rest is a debt you owe. And over time, that makes you distrust your own needs. You start thinking you have to earn rest. You start thinking you have to suffer to deserve comfort. That mindset will drain you more than any festival ever could. So what do? How do you keep the gift of sleep without shrinking your life or using sleep to disappear? Here are 3 steps that actually work because they're concrete, not inspirational, practical. First, decide your 2 yeses rule. If you're the kind of person who always chooses sleep, don't try to become a party person overnight. That's not growth, that's self-betrayal. Instead, set a minimum that keeps you connected. 2 yeses a month, that's it. Pick 2 social events where you show up, even briefly, and you don't negotiate with your excuses. Not because you should, but because belonging is a vitamin. Small doses, consistent. And here's the key. Show up with a planned exit. Tell yourself, I'm going for 60 minutes. The nervous system relaxes when it knows there's an end. Second, upgrade the kind of festival you attend. Not all social energy is the same. Some environments are loud chaos. Some environments are soft connection. If you hate festivals but love one-on-one coffee, that's not antisocial. That's preference. So build a social life that fits your wiring. Choose quieter gatherings, smaller groups, early events, daytime meetups, a walk, a drive, a bookstore, a dinner where you can actually hear someone's voice. You don't need to match the world's definition of fun. You need to match your body's definition of safe and alive. Third, protect sleep like a ritual, not a reaction. If you only sleep because you're burned out, then sleep becomes a recovery tool, not a lifestyle. But if you treat sleep like sacred, same bedtime, same wind down, same boundaries, your life changes. You stop feeling like you're constantly catching up. You stop choosing sleep over festivals because you're desperate. You start choosing sleep because you're steady. And if you're the hider type, add one extra step. This is the brave one. Name what you're avoiding out loud, even if it's just to yourself. Not, I'm tired. Say the real thing. I don't want to feel awkward. I don't want to be judged. I don't know how to talk to people anymore. I'm afraid I'll feel invisible. When you name it, it loses some of its power. When you hide it, it grows. And listen, this isn't about forcing yourself into festivals. It's about reclaiming choice. Because a healthy life isn't constant stimulation, and it isn't constant retreat. It's rhythm. It's knowing when to step out and when to step back. And if nobody has told you this yet, let me be the one to say it. Your need for sleep is not a character flaw. It might be your body's wisdom trying to keep you intact. It might be your nervous system asking for mercy. It might be the part of you that still believes you deserve to wake up feeling okay. But don't confuse peace with disappearance. Don't let your bed become a hiding place you can't leave. Let it be a home you return to after you've lived. So here's the metaphor I want to leave you with. Think of your energy like a flame. Some people keep their flame alive by throwing themselves into crowds, noise, and movement. But some people, maybe you, keep your flame alive by shielding it from the wind. There is nothing wrong with that. A protected flame burns longer. But if you shield it too much, you never light anything else. If this hit you, tell me in the comments which one you are. Recoverer, regulator, creator, or hider. And if you want more scripts that explain your habits without shaming you for them, like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one, because the quiet choices you make at night shape the person you wake up as.